Mikey Garcia is pound for pound a better fighter than Vasyl Lomachenko, and here's why. Stay tuned, coming up next.
Hey, this is Cassie, and you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Shout out to Blue Blood Sports TV.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Shout outs to Blue Blood Sports TV.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV. Hola, habla Cindy, está viendo Deportes TV.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So I just wanted to take the time out to debunk that Mikey Garcia is not a better pound-for-pound fighter than Vasyl Lomachenko, and the ESPN rankings that have Vasyl Lomachenko #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world over the likes of Terrence Bud Crawford, over the likes of Saul Canelo Alvarez, over the likes of Errol the True Spence Jr., over the likes of Alexander Usyk, things of that nature, right? And so I'm going to take the time out to debunk Vasyl Lomachenko versus every fighter on this top 5 list, right? The only one you can make a serious argument for is Alexander Usyk. But Alexander Usyk is undisputed champion at cruiserweight. There's only been a handful of undisputed champions that held all 4 major titles, right? And Alexander Usyk is one of them, and Terrence Bud Crawford is another one. Cecilia Brækhus, Bernard Hopkins, Jermaine Taylor, and now Clarissa Shields. Okay? So with that said, let's get into this, okay? Mikey Garcia's resume compared to Vasyl Lomachenko's resume, not even close. They both have 1 loss on their record, right? Vasyl Lomachenko has a loss on his record to Orlando Salido, who happened to be 41-12-2 when Vasyl Lomachenko fought him. Mikey Garcia, on the other hand, fought Errol the True Spence Jr., who's undefeated, at the time was 23-0, right? 24-0, right? And the IBF welterweight champion. So he went up 2 classes, you know, I say 1 weight class because he campaigned at 140. So he went up a weight class. He faced the best fighter, arguably, in the welterweight division outside of Terrence Crawford. Most will say Errol Spence. And that's who his loss came to. On the other hand, Vasyl Lomachenko has a loss to Orlando Salido, who was a journeyman and sported a record of 41-12-2. So that's just debunking a loss on their record, on their resume. Outside of that, Mikey Garcia has 39 wins, 30 coming by way of knockout. Vasyl Lomachenko sports a record, right, outside of his loss. So let's take his loss out of it, right? And he's 12-0. Well, 13-0. Okay? Excuse me, 13-0 because he had 14 fights. So he's 13-0, right, with 10 knockouts. Mikey Garcia is 39-0 at that point with 30 knockouts. And I'm removing the loss because I just debunked the losses on their record. They both have a loss. Okay? Now, with that said, let's go over the competition. Shall we? He has a win over Jose Ramirez, who was 25-3. Okay? Not to mention the loss that Vasyl Lomachenko has on his record. Mikey Garcia stopped Orlando Salido. Okay? He beat Orlando Salido. That very same Orlando Salido, Mikey Garcia beat him back in 2013. Vasyl Lomachenko fought him in 2014. So Mikey Garcia beat him a year earlier. Okay? Mikey Garcia has the likes of Juan Manuel Lopez, Juanma, on his resume, who at the time is 33-2. If you don't know who Juanma is, go back and do your research. Understand who Juanma Lopez is, right? He was an absolute animal. Juanma Lopez was looked at as one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world at one point in time. Okay? Now we go to Gary Russell on Vasyl Lomachenko's resume. Up until that point, Gary Russell was still looked at as a prospect who haven't stepped it up in competition. So I would favor Juanma, right, on history over Gary Russell. No disrespect to Gary Russell because I love Gary Russell Jr. Okay? Now we move on to Surya Takahun, right? 51-1. Relatively unknown, right? Sported a big resume, but relatively unknown. We have Roman Martinez. We have Juan Carlos Burgos. We have Elio Rojas. We have Dejan Zlatishian. We have Adrian Broner. We have Sergey Lipinis, who just stopped and beat up Lamont Peterson. We have Robert E. Bunny Easter Jr., who is a 6 foot lightweight, 130, 135 pounder, okay, on Mikey Garcia's resume, okay? All of these guys I would favor to beat. We have Walter Estrada, okay? These are the people that Mikey Garcia has beaten and on his resume, okay, compared to the people that Vasyl Lomachenko beat. I mean, yes, Vasyl Lomachenko, right? He has Jason Sosa. I wouldn't favor Jason Sosa to beat Zlatishian, Adrian Broner, Elio Rojas, Sergey Lipinis, Robert Easter. He wouldn't beat either one. I wouldn't favor Nicholas Walters to beat Robert Easter or Adrian Broner or Zlatishian or Sergey Lipinis, for that matter, okay? Now, let's get on to Guillermo Rigondeaux. We know Guillermo Rigondeaux, and this is a fight I got to give Vasyl Lomachenko credit for, because we all called for this fight. We asked him to take this fight, and he took the fight, and he said it to his defense. He said, I'm not going to get any credit for beating Guillermo Rigondeaux because he's coming up 2 weight classes. And he was correct. Most people didn't give him credit, but he made Rigondeaux quit, so I got to give him credit for that. But now I would favor Rigondeaux to beat Juanma Lopez and Orlando Salido, right? And I would favor him to beat Roman Martinez and Carlos Burgos, right? But I won't favor Rigondeaux to beat Elio Rojas, right, at the higher weight class. I wouldn't favor Rigondeaux to beat Zlatishian at a higher weight class, Adrian Broner, Sergey Lipinis, Robert Easter, or Errol Spence, right? So arguably, that's the best guy on Vasyl Lomachenko's resume outside of Gary Russell, right? Then he had Miguel Mariaga. Again, I don't think Miguel Mariaga could beat Zlatishian, Lipinis, Easter, or Broner. Nope. Right? Then he has Jorge Linares. Great opponent. Great opponent, right? But I wouldn't favor Jorge Linares to beat Sergey Lipinis, Adrian Broner, Robert Easter, or Zlatishian. Again. So that cancels him out. Then you have Jose Pedraza. And again, no need to even do the comparison. And we're definitely not going to use Anthony Crolla, are we? No, we're not. So these are the people on Vasyl Lomachenko's resume that he gets all this praise for being a matrix and getting praised for being #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. You understand what I'm saying? And he shouldn't get the praise. They both have 1 loss on their resume. So we can't lower Mikey Garcia on the pound-for-pound list, keep Vasyl Lomachenko there, and Mikey Garcia, his loss compared to Vasyl Lomachenko's loss is not even close. Not even close. He lost to a journeyman that Mikey Garcia beat. Mikey Garcia lost to a guy Vasyl Lomachenko wouldn't even dare to fight. He wouldn't even dare to get in the ring with. And they both in and around the same weight. That's why we talk about them facing off against each other. So Mikey Garcia dared to be great. He beat people Vasyl Lomachenko would not beat. And nobody on Vasyl Lomachenko could beat Adrian Broner. Nobody on Vasyl Lomachenko could beat Sergey Lipinis. Nobody on Vasyl Lomachenko resume can beat Robert Easter. Nobody on Vasyl Lomachenko resume could beat Zlatishian. You understand where I'm coming from? So how could his loss drop him to Mikey Garcia has been dropped to like number 10. But Vasyl Lomachenko's number 1. Wait, Mikey Garcia doubles him in wins and fights, and his loss is arguably better than than the loss on Vasyl Lomachenko's resume. Errol Spence beats anybody and Vasyl Lomachenko on Lomachenko's record. So even if we took Errol Spence off, Mikey Garcia still sports a better resume than Vasyl Lomachenko, people. That's just the bottom line. So I wanted to debunk the notion that Vasyl Lomachenko is a better pound-for-pound fighter than Mikey Garcia. Not to mention, I would favor Mikey Garcia when they step in the ring, again, face off against each other. Mikey Garcia versus Vasyl Lomachenko, I'm favoring Mikey Garcia. Vasyl Lomachenko gets hit often, right? Everybody praises about the Matrix, but we see him get hit. We see him get touched. We see him get dropped. Mikey Garcia will knock out Vasyl Lomachenko. That's the bottom line. Sorry to pop you guys' bubble, but that's the bottom line. Point blank and period. The footwork and all you see on display that Vasyl Lomachenko puts on display against lower, less opposition, like Anthony Crolla, everybody moved him past Terrence Crawford for beating Anthony Crolla 34-6-3. He was 100-1 underdog. Let that sink in, people. Let that sink in. He fought Jorge Linares and he got dropped. And everybody blamed it on his shoulder when he fought Jose Pedraza. You understand? So there's plenty of excuses. But you drop Mikey Garcia down to number 10. And you give Lomachenko a pass for his shoulder, but you don't give Mikey Garcia a pass for going up 2 weight classes and facing arguably the best guy in that weight class in the welterweight division in Errol Spence Jr. Amazing, isn't it? Yes, it is. But that's all I got for y'all, man. It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. I wanted to debunk the notion that Vasyl Lomachenko was a better pound-for-pound fighter than Mikey Garcia. Absolutely not. In my Floyd Mayweather voice. Absolutely not. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.